Dustin Poirier just teased that his retirement might not be as permanent as everyone thought. Speaking candidly in a brand new interview, DP revealed that he is actually still under a UFC contract and is completely open to stepping back into the octagon if the right opportunity comes knocking. The comeback rumors have absolutely skyrocketed lately, especially after Justin Gaethje captured the UFC lightweight title, with Poirier and Gaethje currently deadlocked at 1 win apiece. Dustin taking their first absolute war back in 2018, and Justin getting his revenge with that brutal BMF head kick knockout. A highly anticipated trilogy fight for the undisputed lightweight crown would be an absolute blockbuster. Dustin himself straight up admitted during the interview that their legendary rivalry still needs closure. But that's not the only massive fight on his radar. A lot of fans and DP himself keep hyping up a McGregor fight. A quadrilogy would generate insane numbers and officially put to bed one of the most toxic rivalries in the sport's history.
I have no doubt you've had many offers since retiring to come and do other combat sports and other combat
I'm still under contract with the UFC.
So there's a chance.
I'll come back.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No, there's definitely a chance. If it's the right fight, I'll come back for sure.
What would be the right fight for you, do you think?
I don't know. When I hear it, I don't know.
Yeah.
If they ever called me or something ever came about, I would know. But I would probably fight Conor if that came about. Nate Diaz, I want to whip his ass for years and years and years. We never got to fight. I would come back for that. There's a few I would come back for.
So, okay, on those two. So, for example, Conor's coming back.
I mean, me and Gaethje are 1-1. You know, that needs closure too.
I always thought that would be your last one.
But
you and Gaethje.
Yeah, but we both know it's going to be a head-on collision. We kind of shook hands and let's not do this to our families again.
UFC commentator Jon Anik just dropped a crazy piece of inside info, revealing that Max told him a while ago that he fully planned on taking a UFC fight at middleweight before his career is over. Jon pointed out that Max is a big guy with power and movement that will absolutely translate up a weight class, and he honestly wouldn't put it past the Hawaiian legend to step into the octagon at 185 before eventually hanging up the gloves. Meanwhile, the UFC isn't taking any chances with the massive UFC 329 main event officially securing a lethal backup fighter. Brazilian knockout artist Mauricio Ruffy just announced that he got a call, and he is now flying out to Las Vegas to serve as the emergency replacement for McGregor versus Holloway. Ruffy confirmed he'll be completely ready to hit the 170-pound limit, and revealed he's already deep into studying the fight tapes, making sure he's locked in just in case someone pulls out at the absolute last minute. Speaking of the main event, it sounds like Conor is perfectly dialed in for his highly anticipated return. According to his coaches, the Notorious One is currently in the absolute best physical shape of his entire life heading into Saturday night. Let's dive into what Ruffy had to say.
Pô, rapaziada, vocês sabem que eu me coloquei à disposição na luta aí do Conor McGregor e Max Holloway. Tô indo agora para Las Vegas, vamos ver o que vai acontecer. Me cuidei bastante, esses caras me fizeram treinar em meio às minhas férias. Essa luta vai ser na 77. Então vamos ver aqui o peso que eu me mantive. Eu vou te falar que essa foi a vez que eu mais ganhei em peso, viu? Então bora lá. Vamos ver aqui, depois do café da manhã, 84 quilos, teria mais ou menos 7 quilos aí para me tirar para a categoria. Estamos indo viajar agora para Vegas na segunda-feira e vamos ver o que acontece. Eu contra o Conor McGregor acredito que seria uma luta muito boa, né? Eu acho que uma luta que eu teria mais facilidades pela falta de ritmo e tudo mais, né? Sempre tendo os perigos da luta, mas eu acredito que seria uma luta muito legal contra o Max Holloway. Eu acredito no meu poder de nocaute, ele é um cara que né, busca jogar ali para frente o tempo todo, mas eu entro lá para definir as lutas e eu não perco minhas oportunidades. Seria muito legal ver essa luta acontecer. Tô indo, vamos ver o que acontece. Valeu, eu vou informando tudo pra vocês. Tamo junto.
Islam Makhachev's head coach, Javier Mendez, just dropped a massive bombshell during a brand new interview with the Russian channel MMA Brotherhood, and it sounds like we might actually get the biggest super fight in UFC history. Mendez revealed that Islam's team is currently in active behind-the-scenes talks with the UFC to set up a blockbuster showdown against Conor McGregor, under one massive condition. The Irish superstar absolutely has to get past Max Holloway first. This entire timeline is getting seriously interesting. Right now, Islam is completely locked in and gearing up for his August title clash against Ian Machado Garry at UFC 330. But according to multiple sources and Mendez himself, this upcoming Garry matchup could actually be one of Islam's final walks to the octagon. Javier himself confirmed the retirement rumors, stating that Islam has personally told him he fully intends to hang up the gloves by the time he turns 35. With the champion already sitting at 34 years old, the clock is officially ticking. Closing out his legendary career with a legacy-defining, massive money fight against the biggest star in the sport would be the absolute perfect way for the Dagestani king to ride off into the sunset. Here's what Mendez said.
"We're in talks with Conor's team. If Conor defeats Max, this fight will most likely happen. It will be one of the biggest fights in the history of the sport. Moreover, it could become the most watched event of all time, because Conor brings incredible numbers to the fight. Of course, I still don't like Conor. We've had a feud with him since the Khabib days, and that feud hasn't gone away. I don't like it when he talks about religion and family. But we're professionals, and for a fight like this, I'm willing to overlook that. If he wants this challenge, we'll gladly accept it. It's a very big fight."
Paddy Pimblett is putting in some serious work ahead of his massive clash against Benoit Saint Denis, and he just dropped brand new training footage to prove exactly how locked in he is. Paddy's coach also chimed in during the clip, making it clear that the entire team is taking this matchup incredibly seriously. They know exactly what kind of dog BSD is, and they are absolutely not underestimating the Frenchman's suffocating grappling or his heavy knockout power. But even though he is fully focused on the brutal task in front of him, the baddie still has his eyes set on absolute superstar status, revealing that his perfect scenario for his next fight would be a blockbuster showdown with Conor McGregor. When it comes to his actual path to the lightweight championship, Paddy is keeping things realistic. He admitted that even if he goes out there and takes out a top 5 killer like BSD, he has zero problems taking one more fight to truly earn that title shot. The Liverpool star admitted that beating a top 5 contender alone does not automatically guarantee a title shot. He understands that the UFC has its own plans and is willing to trust the process.
Well, obviously sparring is their opportunity to put together the stuff that we've been doing with them in camp. With Paddy fighting BSD, he's a southpaw, so obviously you can't just spar anyone, you've got to be sparring southpaws, train for a southpaw, get to replicate your opponents, to get Paddy used to working against a certain style. It also gives Paddy confidence in certain areas and shows what needs to be developed.
Let's see your thoughts about it.
I know you did.
Feeling very good. 5 rounds in the bag. With Matt as well, the first 3 is just a non-stop pace. He doesn't stop trying to take you down, doesn't stop trying to hit you. That's a bit like what BSD is like. I'm very hungry. You're constantly hungry at this stage of camp. You don't have a fucking rush. Just I'd say you don't have a cheat day, but I don't have a cheat day for 10 weeks. I just have to stick to a diet. Normally I eat now, but don't for me run. Don't want to be eating before the run. So I'll go and do 5 or 6 miles now, and then I'll get back, have a scan, get me massage, and then I'll get to chill for a little 3 hours.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications to make sure you never miss daily MMA news.